Alright, so now we want to make use of the actual actions and mutations. And where do we do that? We want this file to be read whenever we create the settings dialog. I think that's a good place to use that action. So let's do that. Let's implement this hook and then dispatch the load settings action. We also want to save the settings whenever we click that button, like we said here, save settings. I'm not sure I added this part while I was recording, but it's important to have this native to have the save button to work for this particular case. And what the save settings method does is it will dispatch the store settings action with the settings that are being part of the component itself. So this .settings is this computed property, which in turn is also the getter here, right? So we want to do that, but also we want to get a hold of the promise because unfulfilled, we want this dialog to be closed. Alright, so let's try that. See if this is going to work. I'm actually going to bring in here is where we are supposed to be storing our settings. So the first time we don't have any file and we're reading the defaults that we set in that store, like we hard coded them, and we'll ping every 2 seconds, and we don't want to have any sound in our application. So now I hit save, and we are committing that mutation, but we are also creating this settings.json file, which I can show you here in the editor. And we see a problem right now because we don't want to have this string here stored, right? This is going to break our app. What we need to do is go to the store, and when we are storing the file, when we are writing the file, we want to stringify it, like so. I'm going to reload the app. So every 3 seconds, and these two are going to be false. I hit save, and if I open up the file, there we have it. Okay, if you wanted to go a little bit further, there's a little trick you can use, and that is you can prettify your JSON file. So I want 2 spaces indentation there. So let's do every 5 seconds, and this time we want both. So these two should be true. And you see how the file is now formatted. Alright, so this time let's now quit Heartbeat, and fire it up again, but let's actually change this. Okay. So this time the settings dialog panel should display the settings that I just modified over here. Okay. I'm gonna save it once more, and you see this is right there. Awesome.